Hi, my name is Emmanuel. You can call me Well, UEL. If you're watching this video, you're probably in my channel. It's called Get Well, because I'm trying to get well. And that's what this channel is about. But today, I'm here to talk about something. The title of the video today is End. It's either gonna be End or The End. Either one of the two. I just thought that it would be cool to have my first video be called End, but other than that, it was actually a recurring theme, or somewhat a central topic, on how I wanted my first video to show or to be. The start of the video, or the first video that I'm supposed to create in my channel should be something about like starting the main goal of everything, but somehow I wanted to put an end on a lot of things first. Not totally leaving behind or cutting off. This time, the end for me is more of a marker, like a highlighter marking at the end. I've always wanted to make a YouTube channel about anything and everything, and I've been dreaming, no, there's a word for it, dragging, begging. I've been thinking of doing it for the longest time, but I seem to be, I'm a bit tense, and some other people might be listening to me. I don't know why I'm like this. I'm gonna have a beer to loosen up. I've always wanted to make a YouTube channel for the longest time. I'm an artist, and of course the easiest route for me was to make some sort of an art channel, but the struggle was I wanted it to be something long term. I just wanted it to be three things: to generate money, and to be a way for me to express myself and to help others. And I'm some sort of a perfectionist. That's probably one of the reasons why it got delayed multiple times, but it was something that I was bearing. Oh my god, my vocabulary is not working. I had it in me. And one of my biggest regrets, if I die tomorrow or right now, is that if I didn't make a YouTube channel. And somehow, one of the best inspirations or best ideas that helped me finally put it into work is to make a YouTube channel about something that I want to work on, or something that I want to improve in my life right now. And I just thought, okay, I'll just make a YouTube channel about improving my entire life. More on that on the next video. Now, I'm gonna tell you about how I ended up in this moment, on this decision. I'm sorry, I'm still very nervous. Because, like I said, I just had my room built, and there's another room at the other side of this, my brother's room. They're probably hearing me rambling in English, but you have to get used to it. The universe needs me. I have to put out this word. Where do I begin? What the f*** is that? main reason why I wanted to improve? No. The main theme of this channel is to improve my life. On this current moment, I'm kinda happy because I'm finally, or maybe just the act of talking and pretending that there's someone listening to me is helping me, because that's something I'm lacking, and that kind of improves my mood right now. 1 out of 10, I'm on a 7 right now, a good 7. But overall in life, I've noticed I've been feeling this a lot and often and for the longest time. But right now I just have enough mental space to finally acknowledge it and have the courage to finally work on it. I have a huge dissatisfaction with my life. And if I tell you about what I'm feeling, the feeling becomes most evident during the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. I mean, these past weekends, especially when I have nothing to do, when I have no friends inviting me to go to anything, or even when I go to some things after, or when I came after meeting my friends. I'm sorry. It's a dissatisfaction, an extra feeling of emptiness, loneliness, maybe lack of security with myself. It's a lot of things. But when it arises, it's like this sudden thing that you just want to remove from yourself. It's like being burned from the inside, but this time the flame is black, but it's glowing, and sometimes it's just makes you feel down. But the thing is, I know that it might feel very sudden, that I just want it to stop. The solutions that will make it stop are long term. It will take time to heal. I should accept the end. The end. To be more specific, the past few years have been really formative for me. They were hard as hell. The worst few years of my life, starting 2020 or mid 2019. There were things that were simultaneously happening along with my adolescence, me being a college student and things like that. And a few of those things, if not all, have impacted me. The way I look at life, but more so over the way I behave. And I had to survive. So of course I did things in order for me to survive. To be specific, I had to be a working student. And that cost me a lot of things. I'm not saying that is a bad thing. It's just that the actions that I did had a very severe negative impact on me, and the impact of those actions are catching up to me now. What I wanted to say is that the trajectory of my life is not so good right now. If I name it specifically, the things that I am in most pain about could be my health, my physical health. That encompasses the way my body operates, my literal health. I have high blood pressure, and my physical looks. I have not been taking good care of myself. My eating habits too, my sleep, it's a lot of things. That's one. Second is like my adolescent life, or being an adult for me. This is one encompasses how I operate in a daily life. You know how when you're a child, usually you have your mom that like tells you everything to do, the schedule and everything. You sleep, you eat, you take a bath, you go to school, and then you sleep again and things like that. But when you're an adult, you have no one, and somehow I'm struggling in that. Like just having order, habits, schedules, patterns in my life. It's driving me nuts. And that also encompasses the way I handle money. A little bit on the way I handle socialization, or especially just like my professional life. And possibly achievements, like notable achievements. The third one is my heart, my love, my soul. I very much lack human interactions. That's for sure. I still have social anxiety. I'm still shy. And as for friendships, I still struggle making friends. It's still hard for me. The only way for me to have friends, or the only way that I had friends in the recent years, is that it's either we became colleagues at work, or we became classmates at school, and it still takes time. And usually they always have to make the first move, and it's all horrible. I'm gonna work on it, but that's it. And then as for the other relationships, and then possibly the biggest elephant in the room is romantic relationships. But it's gonna be more an intimacy. One of the main reasons I wanted to do YouTube is to put myself out there. This is my attempt of finding a partner. Like, I'm gonna put myself out here. I hope you find me. But yeah, I get triggered a lot when I see my friends like add stories of their social life. And what happens is that I realize that I have no one. I have my family, and I have a few friends too. But if you ask me right now, especially right now, I don't have any like active friends or friendships, like someone I get to see on a daily basis that could satisfy my need for socialization and intimacy. That's too much burden to give to a friend, or to give to just a friendship. But I do have work friends, but we don't really talk that much. Or I mean me, because I've developed habits that will push away people from me. And I don't know. this sounds right, but it sounds right too. I just don't match with the people that I am around with right now. More so for I lack the skills to socialize. And the feeling of emptiness also reflects on the fact that yeah, I might be a person who really needs to connect deeply. Like, I understand that it's something we all need, and it's a basic human need to connect. We are social animals. But somehow, I kinda am a bit more sensitive and more like I have more need of intimate connections. And also, I was deprived of it for the longest time. And that's possibly why I really like getting to know someone. If I'm interested with someone, I will get to know the deepest parts of their soul. Literally. And that's the main point. I am a soul seeking to be seen. I want company, and I've been deprived of that for the longest time. And I realize that just like how when you're thirsty, you need to quench your thirst. My thirst isn't something that can be satisfied with just a glass of water. I think right now it's an ocean already. And the worst part is that I can't just like drink and satisfy the thirst. You know, if I put it in a metaphor, I need an ocean of water to satisfy the thirst. And I can't just drink the entire ocean in a single sip. But that's how it feels. It feels like I'm gonna die. Like, I want it to just end, to be gone, for the feeling to be gone. That's how the emptiness feels for me. Or more so, the dissatisfaction with my life. And yeah, I've been working on it in the past couple of months, especially after I graduated in college. I had to work, I found work, and then when I was a bit stable, whenever I feel triggers, I try my best to find a way to solve it or to ease the pain. I watch YouTube videos, and there are a lot of creators on YouTube who really help me a lot. Specifically, I had to learn like attachment styles, and then limerence, and then motivation, and a lot of meditation, guided meditation. It's all over the place, but I try my best always to help myself. And that's when I came to realization that I'm gonna put an end to this. And by that, I'm gonna try to kill the part of me that is thirsty, and just accept that I have to have a dry throat for now, we're the desert for now. And somehow that's the main point of the video. Acceptance. I want to be more present first. Oh, I just remembered. This video was supposed to be me teaching you what I know. Yeah, if you are in that same position too. I think that if you have a big problem that feels like you have to solve it right away, but the solution will take time, you're gonna have to accept it first. That you're gonna hurt for now. You're gonna feel thirsty for now. You're gonna have to live with an empty heart for now. Because that saves you from doing bad things to yourself just to ease that pain. I mean, I'm no stranger to that. There are a lot of bad things that I do to ease it, but you know, at least accepting it more reduces those things. Like settling for connections that are one-sided or like without correct boundaries or just plainly not reciprocal or not being reciprocated. It could also be like numbing yourself to other things, whatever that thing may be, or not being present and alive and disassociating with yourself, not being conscious or something like that. These are big words, but that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to save myself from that. Maybe just like 2 to 3 weeks ago from today, the day that I'm filming this, I had that attack. Like that rush and urge of just to have someone talk to me. And like this, I sat there and swallowed the pain. It was numbing inside. It was in my throat and in my chest, but all over my body at the same time. It felt like it was burning and cold at the same time, and it's like heavy. And usually what I do is I'll cry, but on that day, it was the weekends, I just cried the day before, so literally no tears left to cry. And sometimes even if you have like those deep feelings and you cry it or you cry it out and it helps, but there's like there's a part of it that won't be satisfied or eased with just crying, and I had to sit there. I remember I literally prepared food. I have eating disorders, not disorders, but bad eating habits. And that night I prepared food to feast on, to ease the pain. I was supposed to watch things on my phone, like videos or what, while eating, but I couldn't. That was the first time I stared at my food and my phone. And I was literally grabbing my chest, and the pain, it was too tangible, and I had to crouch and like wait for it to end. I was not shouting, but cursing in the wind, praying, hoping it will end. The climax of it was like, it lasted about like 3 minutes. And by the end, I just breathing, and it helped. But the feeling was still lingering, even after the next day of that weekend. But that's when I really realized that it has to end. And for now, it's gonna be acceptance. That's the first step. Acceptance. Accepting that this is me right now. And this is what I have to work with. And these are the skill set that I have right now. And it is what I have to work with. And also the pain, the lack that I have, the backlogs of things that I should have experienced that I didn't, the debt, not daft, but debt, D-E-B-T, the debt that I have with myself for the affection and love and intimacy that I wasn't able to provide. And the time that I was dissociated with myself for the longest time. I'm gonna catch up with that for now. I'm gonna sit still and be me for now. Look at my resources and feel everything. I want to be the most conscious that I could be. And I want to be present. Because that's the only way. Or that's the first thing you need to do to be able to change and improve. You need to find your wounds first so you can treat them. And that will cost you of feeling the pain first. And bearing with it for a while. And the big part of it too is I'm scared. Because I've noticed that a part of me or like the entirety of me really longs for a lot of things, to be happy or just to be plainly satisfied with my life. And the worst case scenario is that when I get those things that I think will make me happy, I might end up still feeling empty. That's the worst thing that can happen. That's why I want to work with what I have right now, and a big part of that too is gratitude. I'm lacking in some ways, but I have other things too, and that's what I'm trying to see. I want to be thankful for everything that I have and immerse myself in them more, and like I want to practice being grateful because I want to be happy when I get the things that I've always wanted. And with all of that being said, I wanted to share something, a realization that I had that kind of applies to what I'm feeling right now, and I hope will be able to help you too in some way. This realization hit me that same day that I thought of accepting my end and looking at the trajectory of my life and trying my best to sway away from it inch by inch or centimeter by centimeter. And that day I thought a lot about love how dumb that word is. Because you can say something, or you can use that word to describe something you're feeling, but that word is just too big and it encompasses a lot of things, and that can lead you to assuming the other meanings of love. That was something personal that I was experiencing, but that's what I thought. Because love isn't just about happiness, love is pain too, love is this and that. And I end up realizing that I really want to feel love. And it is so painful right now because I am not feeling that in my heart. And that's the biggest reason why I feel empty. Because the pain is not just like active pain, like someone pinching you or someone snapping you. The pain is coming from the feeling of emptiness. But then I realized love is pain too. How come I'm feeling this way? And so I came to the conclusion, or just to the thought that love is not necessarily being happy. We all know that. Love is being alive, being active. Just like how when you're online in Messenger, there's a green dot. That's love, being actively alive. And you can only be actively alive when you're having interaction with other people. Like deep, intimate, worthwhile interaction. It could be shallow, it could be deep, it could be good, it could be bad. That's love. Being active, being alive, and having a current interaction or connection with people. And that includes, or that should just be another party. It could be you and other people, you and your family, your loved one, you and your friends, you and yourself, you and God, or whatever higher power you believe in. That's love, being actively alive. And that's what I want, and that's what I need. So right now, I'm scheming of making my whole YouTube channel about this. Trying to find love, but more so on trying to fix this dissatisfaction in my life. I'll talk more about it in the next video that I'll be making, but that's it for me. And if you're someone that's losing hope, I understand that. If you're someone that is tired, I understand that too. And if you're someone that's looking to end things, I know there's a reason why you're doing that. But I just want you to know that in my case, no matter how much I feel hopeless, the desire is always overpowering it. Like, there's no sign of me finding a romantic partner anywhere. Zero prospect. It's impossible. Literally, right now, with the life that I'm living, it's impossible. But somehow this thing won't shut up. Somehow my soul just really creates another soul, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I'll try my best to satisfy it. And if you're tired, I hope you get enough rest. And by that, I mean, a lot of things. And it's your feeling that you're seeing the end. Now, you get to see the no beginning after that end. Because it's true. Once you accept the end, you get to see the beginning of something more. Because the end is the culmination of the past. And the best thing you can do in the end is be present. Feel it. Learn from it. And understand what you want to do with it. If you have something that you want to achieve in your life, and if you feel like you're getting closer to an end, go there. Meet the end. And feel it. Feel it as long as you can. So that when you take the next step, after the end, you'll be able to start in the right direction of where you want to be. I hope you have a great night, great day, great life. And this was gonna be my journey for now. I wanna step out of the end and start my journey on the right direction of where I want my life to be. I'll get started at my own pace. And I'll get well. I promise that to myself. Bye.